Okay, well, you're gonna have a chance to, get that together. We'll talk about that on Monday. Let's talk about this first. Okay, you guys, I know that for some of you, you're like, enough already. I understand sentence structures, but I would so love for 100% of you to really nail the sentence structures on this quiz. So, before we even find the pronoun error, can anybody tell me, number one, if anyone wants a job, let's do it like this, and then I can write on it. If anyone wants a job, they should bring their application to me. So Matt, what is one clause in this sentence?
If anyone wants a job.
If anyone wants a job. Okay, do you know what kind of clause it is? If it's dependent or independent?
Dependent.
How do you know?
Because it couldn't stand alone.
Make me proud. That is so good. Okay, John Carter, what's the other clause in this sentence?
They should bring their application.
Okay, dependent or independent?
Independent.
Independent. Okay. So, Andrew, what kind of sentence structure is this? One independent clause, one dependent clause.
One independent clause, one dependent clause.
Uh-huh.
That sounded like a
You can't read my face. It's half covered.
Okay.
Just give me
I
your
can
best.
read your eyes though.
Okay. My eyes are saying I believe in you, Andrew. What is the sentence structure? Okay, you are gonna come back tomorrow. You've got to know this. Charlotte, what is the sentence structure?
Complex.
Complex.
I said that.
That's independent. You said the com part. Okay, so this is complex. Let's come down here. What is Leah? What is a sentence structure, or I'm sorry, what is a clause in this sentence? Number 2.
It's all one with independent clause.
Awesome. So what's the sentence structure?
Simple, sorry.
Yeah. So if this whole thing, independent clause, this is simple. And then Eli, what's a clause in number 3? Just one of the clauses. Okay, when the team scored a touchdown, what type of clause is that? It's dependent. How do you know? It can't stand alone, and also, hopefully some of you are like, oh, that's a subordinating conjunction. Okay, Alex, what's another clause?
The crowd threw its hats in the air.
Okay, the crowd threw its hats in the air. What type of clause, Alex?
It is a independent.
Independent clause, because it can stand alone. And then, Becca, what's another clause?
And did a victory dance?
And some
Sorry.
did a victory dance, so that's an independent clause, okay? What's this little word here, Addison? It's a coordinating conjunction, so that tells us we're joining 2 independent clauses. So, at Aiden, what is the sentence structure here? 2 independent clauses, 1 dependent. Okay. Now, you cannot, does this seem pretty straightforward?
Yes.
If
Yeah.
you memorize the number of clauses and the type in each sentence, this is really straightforward. Guaranteed part on the test. So right here, what's the pronoun? Let me erase this. What's the pronoun error in the first sentence, Hudson?
Is it they?
It's what?
They?
Yes. What should this be?
I put he or she.
Okay, so he or she. If you put he, that would be fine too. But remember, anything that ends with a 1 or a buddy means every single individual. So those are singular, and we're just trying to go against what sounds right to our ears. Okay, Mariah?
I thought number 2, if it says,
Addison, can you grab the door for me? Thank you.
I thought if it says, either, that, like, it wouldn't be there, it would be
We're not
for number 2.
For number 2, you're right. Okay, I had gotten to that, but this is wrong because either makes it singular. It's going to be Debbie or Melinda who will bring her skates. Okay, and then Amelia, what's the pronoun error in number 3?
It's through its hats.
Okay. Yeah, don't throw over their hats. What should this say?
It should say, when the team scored a touchdown, the crowd threw their hats.
Yes. So remember, and this one's tricky, sometimes a crowd is going to act like one collective group. And sometimes it's gonna act like a bunch of individuals. In this case, it's plural, it's a bunch of individuals, okay? Any questions about this? Okay, Eli, would you turn the lights back on? Let's go over your homework
We did
then.
a diagram, remember?
Is it like the little?
Oh, the diagram.
Can I do it?
Okay, let's do, yeah, Amelia, would you do it very quickly? Okay, do you need to see this? I think the main one, are you willing to do number two?
Yeah.
Okay, that's the one I want you guys to see, because this is an example of using a correlative conjunction, and it's just connecting subjects. So it's not always going to connect clauses. And you know what, those are really not so great, okay? There you go.
That's what it says, and some did a big,
Okay, now, if I can just tell you guys, if you did this one, you've got your independent clauses, crowds through hats, and then you have some did dance, and underneath, you're gonna have this dependent clause, the team scored a touchdown, okay? And that could come off of either through or did a
And
dance.
then is it gonna go or and then either's above it?
Either way, either or. Okay, so you've got that dotted line, and if it's top to bottom, you're gonna put either on top. But if it's on the side, I'm not really concerned too much. Just as long as you see that that's the conjunction. Okay, and then you've got will bring skates. And that's one of those little funny ones. You could put ice skates up there, or you could have skates ice. I would probably say ice skates. Because that's like a separate, that's like a whole item, okay?
Where would her go? Under skates?
Yes. Okay. Okay, any questions about that? Is there any of these that you couldn't diagram? Any that you want to see? Matt?
Okay, so I think a camera is going on, but I'm a little confused with why Will and Bring is together.
Why will and bring? Okay, because this is a helping verb. There's a whole bunch of helping verbs, they're listed there. There's a song, does anybody want to sing it?
In verse there are 23, and Miss R wasn't worthy, then be.
Eli, singing is a super spreader.
There are 5 more helping verbs, made my must can good.
And Matt, you can Google that and learn it yourself if you would like. But a lot of times, they're helping, you've got a main, when you have an action verb, you'll have a helping verb with it. Okay? And that is a very good question. 8. Okay, speak louder.
I'm confused on how you're supposed to diagram the first one.
The first one? Okay, so I erased all the independent clauses, but what's gonna go on top?
He or she
Okay, so, oh, this is fun, we haven't done this. He, she, or, okay, should bring.
Hold up.
Yeah, this is a little twist, but it's really, you've learned this
Oh,
already,
it's an indirect object. She knows.
okay, and you don't have to diagram this,
Okay.
okay? Okay, and then you're gonna put anyone, you're gonna put the dependent clause underneath. Anyone wants what?
Job.
Job, thank you. And then you're going to connect here, if. Okay, does that make sense? So
Okay.
just,
Oh, sorry.
so just remember, like, this is weird. I know this is weird, but you're just gonna do it like a compound subject or compound direct object, wherever it falls, okay? John Carter, question?
No, I was just gonna say, so you connect it, you always connect it with the verb, like the 2 verbs? Like, once and then bring?
Yes, yes. Dependent clause underneath and you're gonna connect verbs, okay?
And what if, like, I've seen on some of them, you put if, not on the dotted line, but it's like in the deal position. Like,
In the direct object
yeah,
position?
like sometimes I saw you put if or whatever, like that word would be in, if you put it where job would be. Like, does that ever happen?
I cannot think of when it would happen, but I'll look and see if has another way that it could operate in the sentence, okay? Okay, so I wanna go through this worksheet and we're gonna do it like we did yesterday, where I'm gonna start, where did I start yesterday?
Do we need to erase the board for you?
Would you?
Yes, I will.
Okay, turn this off. Okay, so did I start on this side yesterday?
Yes.
So I'm gonna start with Addison. So Addison, you're going to tell me what is the correct pronoun in the sentence. And for me, get this out. You don't have it? You couldn't find it. Okay, I'm gonna give you one that you can follow along on because this is gonna be a really important sheet for reviewing.
And, this was, I did have it, so can I like do it again and turn it into you tomorrow?
No, but you can do that extra sheet, okay? You can do the extra, the review sheet, and let that be, that extra credit on your tests after that, okay? But write this in. Okay, so what I did is I highlighted the pronoun that would help me, like I highlighted the antecedent, that was not a requirement. But, Addison, what is the correct pronoun in number 1? Just read the whole sentence.
Each of the daughters followed her mother's footsteps.
Okay, good. So each is singular, her is singular. Okay, Mariah, number 2.
Neither of the actors remember his lines correctly.
Okay, neither is singular, his is singular. Okay, number 3, Amelia.
Everyone complained that his or her food was cold.
Okay, now that's the hard one. Everyone, if it ends in one or buddy, it's singular. That's correct. Eli, number 4.
What do you want me to do?
I want you to read the sentence and say what's the correct pronoun that you chose.
Neither of my sisters remembered to purchase her tickets.
Good. Neither is singular. Very good. Andrew, 5.
Late in the evening, the jury finally reached its verdict.
Its verdict. So that's an example of it's acting as one unit. So its verdict, not their verdict. Very good. Okay, Charlotte, 6.
The co-captains of the team forgot the words of wisdom that his or her coaches had given the night before the game.
Okay, so is co-captain singular or plural? Plural. So you're gonna say their coaches. So that subject is plural. 8 and 7.
Okay, 37. And number 5, would jury be singular?
It is acting as a, yes, singular.
Okay. Every student should prove his or her essay for 5 minutes.
Okay, so that means every single individual. Okay? Okay, number 8, Alex.
All my brothers earned his degrees from, I just realized, it should be their degrees.
It should be there.
Yeah.
So remember, all is one of those that can be singular or plural. Okay, I'm not gonna have that on the test. It's gonna be, usually it's gonna be plural, okay? 9, Becca?
Almost everyone was surprised when he heard the news. But
When-
now, is that right?
Yeah, when he or she heard the news. Almost every single one was surprised when he or she heard the news. Okay, 10, Matt?
Everybody was awake complaining that they were suffering from food poisoning.
Okay, so everybody is gonna be every single individual.
Without only one.
Okay, so it's
he or she.
he or she.
This
Oh.
is so weird.
It is weird, if you could just remember, if it ends in one or buddy, okay? That's going to be singular. 11, Josie.
Neither Clarissa nor Aaliyah wore her own dresses to the prom.
Okay, so that's going to be singular. 12, Leah?
McDonald, Douglas recently.
No, number 12 on the bottom.
Someone in your English 1 class called and left it for number.
Left his, so someone, some single individual. Okay, 13, Hudson?
McDonald Douglas recently published
So that's an it. That's not an animate object, I mean, not a person or a personal animal. 14, Tracy?
One of the cashiers thinks that her boss has been transferred to a different location.
Okay, good. So 1 is singular, and you gotta be careful. Cashiers is plural, but that's the object of a preposition. Okay, back to you, Addison. 15.
Many of the students at Dalton State College find that school pressures affect their relationships.
There. Okay, so many is plural. 16, Mariah.
These are limited to his or her students at the civic center.
So each is singular, his or her. Okay, John Carter, why don't you take a stab at 17?
Because she has obsessive compulsive personality, Laura likes to have everything in their place before she goes, no, in its place.
In its place, everything. So that's a thing, it'll be its. Okay, Amelia, 18.
Either of the women who parked illegally will soon find that her car has been towed.
Okay, so that's singular. 19, Eli.
All of the students were present, so they all took the test.
Good, that's being used as plural. And then Andrew, 20.
Some people are gluten intolerant, so. I'm trying to see. So he or she cannot eat bread.
So here's the
I
weird
said
thing.
they, I'm
If
sorry.
it said, someone is gluten intolerant, so that would be he and she, but this is some people, this is more than one, okay? So it would be they. Any questions about that?
Wait, what was 19?
19 was, they. So is 20. Okay, very quickly, I'm just gonna do the sentence structures, check to make sure that you got this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are simple. Okay, 6 is complex. So I want you to really pay attention to that. Those start these dependent clauses, so that's why that's complex. 7, 8 is simple. 9 and 10 are complex. 11 and 12 are simple. 13 is simple. 14, 15 are complex.
I'm getting the thing.
Am I going too fast?
No, I'm just getting them.
You're getting them all?
Not all of them wrong, but a couple of them wrong.
Oh, okay. Okay, 14 and 15 are complex. 16 is simple. 17 and 18 are complex. 19 and 20 is compound.
Oh,
Wait, okay,
I was like, these are some of these.
Okay, so which ones do you have questions on of those?
I got
Back
all
up.
of them.
Number, oh shoot. Oh, okay, wait, no, I figured that one out.
Okay, while you're looking.
Okay, well now I'm seeing why.
Are you seeing why? You may be seeing why, okay? I think a really useful thing is to just, like, I underlined some of the subordinating conjunctions, just,
Oh.
Neither, like, for 2 and 3, isn't neither a conjunction or something?
remember, it can be used to attach words and phrases, okay? In this case, it's actually used as a subject, it's not even being used as a conjunction. So just see what it's connecting. Aiden, what were you gonna ask?
I could do as well.
Okay, Becca?
Number 6, I had simple, I think.
Okay, can somebody say why number 6 is not simple? Does anybody see why? Addison?
That,
Okay, so what does that do?
continued clause.
Yeah, it introduces a dependent clause
Oh.
that their coaches had given. There's a subject verb pair that comes after that.
That's not a fan boy. It doesn't have anything.
It's not a fan boy. So remember, your dependent clauses are gonna start with subordinating conjunctions or that relative pronoun. Who, whom, whose, which, that.
So
Okay.
is the night before the championship a dependent clause? Or does that dependent clause from that? go
That's
in?
part of the dependent clause,
Oh.
yeah, yeah. Those are adverbial phrases. Okay, anything else that you have questions on? Oh, I know, this is so hard. This is such drudgery. Okay, so I have so many opportunities for you guys. Oh dear. Did I leave one of my opportunities? Becca, could you go to the office and see if I've got some papers? Ask Mrs. Strickland if I left some papers on the copier. Okay, so I'm going to give you guys a test review for Unit 3. I'm not checking this tomorrow. This is the thing that if you fill it all out, not only will you be an expert. No, but I will, because I'm gonna let you, this is what you can get 5 extra credit points for completing, okay? So, but I will go over it the day of the test if you guys have any questions.
I was gonna help you.
You are good for me. Okay. Okay, so this, why don't you just write at the top of this that it's due Friday,
Stop yelling at me.
okay? Now, you can also write at the top whatever you want to remind you. It is optional. I'm not checking it off as a grade, but you could also write at the top extra credit.
Oh my God.
So, but let me just tell you, I know, it's a lot, but even if you weren't getting extra,
Does that have to be for fully?
she doesn't see any? Oh my goodness.
Does it have to be fully done? I mean, not fully done, does it have to be correct, every single one?
Wait a minute.
How much are we?
No, it doesn't have to be completely, it has to be completely done. It does not have to be completely correct.
So how much is 5 points really doing?
Well, the test is worth 80, so you could have 85, and when it comes to headmaster, those 5 points could take the place of the assignment if you got a 0 on it today. Or any homework assignment that you got a 0.
Where's Dominic today?
Where is Dominic today? Indeed.
Oh my gosh.
He's really just not here.
No, I know what happened.
Is he okay?
I
He's
don't
not
believe
sick.
so.
His mom texted my mom, he can't come because he didn't have his official.
Okay, well, this happens.
Was not supposed to stay home in that case because I have the same situation.
It just didn't.
Mine doesn't
Did
fit
nobody
me,
say
so-
anything to you, Mariah?
No, like I ordered a uniform shirt because in time for the date that we have to wear one, but it hasn't come in.
Why do you